Alright everybody, as promised, I was going to shoot the pistol. I didn't get to shoot it last weekend. Gonzalez was going to come out last weekend, but last weekend it was pouring freaking rain and very miserable up here.
It was windy.
Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten any good shooting videos in. So, first of all, I'll just reintroduce you all to the star of the hour, the Palmetto State Armory Dagger. This is the full-size S. I prefer the full-size because of the full-size barrel length. It has the same footprint of the Glock 19. We've talked about it the other day on the video. So, in its configuration now loaded with the light, with the red dot, and loaded with all 17 rounds, this weapon weighs 2 pounds and 2 ounces. In comparison to my 1911, and how that was in the other video, got 3 pounds, 7 ounces. So, it is a sizable difference. Also, I talked about the holster, it being a combat holster. Obviously, as you can see, it does marry to the light. It works really well. Great retention. I was able to finally get it to close a little bit more, and it started to get more formed as a pistol. So anyway, so to demonstrate how bad I am at shooting, which is low left all the time, we're going to play a little bowling, or bullet bowling. So the object of the game is, you can probably see in the video there are 5 bowling pins out there. These bowling pins are standard bowling pins, like what you'd see in a bowling alley. These are Amflight 2s, MF. So, plastic coated, you know, bowling approved. And there are 5 of them out there. So the point of the game is to shoot or get to the middle bowling pin or be the first person to the middle bowling pin. Now, there are point system here. For each of the 2 outside bowling pins, it's 5 points a bowling pin for hitting it. You get no points deducted on the first shot, but every miss after that first shot, or every miss, I should say, you get 1 point deducted. So it's minus 1 point. 1 point. So if it takes you 5 shots to shoot the bowling pin, you got 1 point. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Anyways, which I'm probably going to be that guy that's ashamed of himself. There you go. Yeah, just bring a bigger mag. Just keep shooting. You need to be like Gonzo and be in the first game and just be negative 25 somehow.
Whatever works.
So it's 5 points, 5 points, and the middle one is 10 points, right? So the object of the game to win it is to be the first one to that middle bowling pin. So this is bullet bowling. Yep. Throw that puppy over there.
Gucci.
So he's going to change it up a little bit. So as you can see, the weapon is clear, no mag, right? No mag in the weapon. There you go. Please be safe. Don't flag your buddies. Oh yeah, definitely treat all weapons like this as if they're loaded and everything like that. So if you'll notice, my finger's not going anywhere near the trigger.
Muzzles to the deck.
And the muzzle's to the deck. So one of the safest conditions a pistol can be in is no mag with the slide open like that.
Condition 4.
Unless, of course, you get the whole thing broke down in your lap, it's probably not going to shoot you. So, I have found, though, we talked about the pistol and shooting it and everything like that, I became a little dependent on the red dot, which is a little shameful. We did clear the shoot house, which is right over there. At the end of this video will be a video of that video. There'll be a video of us shooting clearing the shoot house.
There will be videos.
It will be there. Anyway, so you'll actually get to see this pistol used in that kind of form. First one is going to be of him as the #1 man, and the next one will be of me as the #1 man. But anyways, back to bullet bowling. So anyways, we're going to have a round at this, see how it goes. Yes, I see that bowling pin over there on the stump. We will not be shooting at that bowling pin on the stump. We're shooting at the 5 bowling pins in the middle. All right? Sweet. Okay, so as stated, the weapon needs to be clear. Obviously, it can't be holstered for you. So I'll just, you know, keep the rules fair and everything like that. Keep the muzzle down range at all times, but no, that's not going to work. Please take your butt. Take the weapon, and although it's clear, out of your pants.
Appendix carry is my jam.
So obviously, always point the weapon in the safe direction, and only at things you intend to destroy, so it's downrange right now. So yeah, you ready?
You never keep.
Got your mag.
Bamfles.
Big boy. All right. So obviously, this isn't a time to done. It's until the shots, until all the bowling pins are down, kind of a thing. However, the person that fires the most rounds is going to have the least amount of points, even if they win the game. Guaranteed. All right, ready?
Easy.
Go. All right, so obviously Gonzalez won with round 1. Did you figure out how many hits you had?
I had 3 hits and I had 1 flyer.
Okay, so how many rounds did you actually fire that? 4 rounds. So he's got -1 point. He's got 19 points. I only got 2 of the pins with 5 plus 5. I fired what? 7, 6, maybe 6 rounds. So I didn't fire that last one. Maybe 5. So I've got like
We can watch the video and count it.
7 points. We'll just call it 7 points right now.
Okay.
So I'm definitely he's gonna win. He's gonna win. Shameful. Alright. Try again. Obviously the weapons are clear. Weapon in hand. Slide rack to the rear. Also, he is shooting an HK VP9 with the older, lower frame, but the newer upper slide on it. So, yeah.
It's a sick gun.
All right. Whenever you're ready. Ready? Fight. Alright, so after counting the rounds that we fired, I won 1 round, he won another round. We both fired the exact same amount of rounds in total and have the exact same points if you thought about it. So 30, and I had 12 misses. So, and he has 12 misses.
We're about tied.
Well, we got to have more than that.
Ish.
So 30 points, we've got 5 hits.
We
We've
got
each hit
13
5.
now. Out of the 30 that I shot.
Okay, yeah, 13.
If we just subtract it and add up the points.
Yeah. So I've already gone through 1 mag. That's right. I've gone through 1 mag. And it was 17 rounds. So I've already fired 17 shots. I have 30 points. 5 of those shots, so I have 12 misses. That's what we're calling it. That's right. That's how we got to that determination. Yep. So I've got 12 misses. I've got 18 points. But guess what? He also fired 17 rounds and has 12 misses. So now we're literally tied at 18 and 18. And this is the tiebreaker round, which makes it even great. Oh, even better. So I want to make sure you can see the bowling pins down there. All right.
And how far is...
Oh, yeah. This is 25 yards. So you can play this game at whatever range you want to. But typically you want to play it about 25 yards because that's about, it makes it actually difficult. If you're playing at 10 feet, guess what? You're going to hit it on the first shot. And if you don't, you're fucking...
And theoretically, you can play this game with whatever weapon system you want, whether it be pistol, shotgun, rifle. AR would be preferable, or if you got an AK, then...
But the AR may not knock down the pin. It may be going too fast.
Right. So
different
300
rounds,
blackout.
Yeah. So different rounds, the slower the round, like 9 mil. Yes, it's fast, but it's mass to energy, the actual amount of energy it creates on a strike, or say something like a 22 or a 45.
62 grain subsonic will hit it.
Yeah.
It'll knock it down.
Yeah, it's about all it would do, though. Yeah. Slap it like a little napkin and a little kid's birthday party.
Lay down,
Okay, I got 17 rounds. You've got 13.
13.
You better hope you don't run out.
You better hope you hit it.
Hold on. You got a problem.
Oh no.
Hey, we're good. Ah. Having technical difficulties.
Y'all didn't see that.
What up? Okay. Round in. You ready? Yep. All right. Final round. Fight. Bitch. Good? Good. Point of domination. Ready?
Clear.
All clear.
Clear left, clear right, all clear.
Hello everybody. So obviously I got to shoot the pistol today. I love this holster setup and how it marries into the base plate for my battle belt. Well, obviously I also showed my battle belt here because I've had questions about what kind of battle belt I'm running. I don't even know the brand of it. I'll have to double check again. But anyways, incorporating the pistol, I ended up mounting it slightly lower than I normally would mount a pistol, simply because I don't like a pistol being lower when you're running or something like that. It could potentially have some swing or can get in the way, something you're not used to, and different things like that. In vehicles, the lower you have can actually inhibit how you sit, how you turn, how you move in the vehicle. But anyways, so fired it today. Admittedly, there's some issues for me with some shooting of this pistol. It's something I did put the rounds through before. I probably put 6 or 7 mags. I remember loading 2 while I was out there, and I think I had like 4 or 5 empty. So yeah, about 5 empty. So I probably shot about 7 mags worth of ammunition, playing, you know, between bullet, bullying, the wound clearing, and everything like that. So something I did learn really quick about this pistol: trust the iron sights. The red dot may not be as reliable. However, the red dot, you can drift it to wherever you need to be and everything like that. I was consistently shooting low left for some reason, and you'll see that in the bullet. If you were paying attention to the bullet bullying, you'll see that I was drifting low left, and obviously that is a sign of me pulling the trigger. I was trying to get comfortable with it and everything like that because I had my tack gloves on. You can sit here and try to blame equipment all day long, but it really comes down to the shooter, so it is my fault, admittedly, that I shoot this badly. However, I had the same problem when I shot a SIG, but not the same problem when I shot a Glock. Like I said, it's got like a SIG feel to the grip and everything like that. However, still 10 out of 10. We're as far as bullet accuracy and everything like that, it didn't have a huge shift and everything like that. In fact, toward the end there, I bedded the scope a little bit more, and I was consistently putting rounds right down the middle at about, I think it was 20 yards when we were trying to zero the red dot at. Some people are like, zero it at 35. Maybe. But 25 to 35, the round is still going to stay pretty flat. It's a 9mm. It's moving pretty quick. It's not 45. It doesn't have this severe drop off. It's like it just drops off a cliff. 9mm tends to maintain energy a little bit better and continue. It obviously is also coming out of the barrel at higher velocity and everything like that. So, but anyways, still a 10 out of 10. I also had a reload at some point there. I don't remember what video there was a reload in, but I definitely had one. I'll have to double check again, run back, and see if I can't find that reloading segment that I did in that video. But anyways, so thanks for watching the channel. Still 10 out of 10. Great pistol. And like I said, the Tri-Tac holster that was made for the TLR1 works very well. You just marry it into the weapon, or put it on the weapon, and you can just pull it in and out. Now granted, there is a little bit of a break-in period. It's a little tight, but after a little while, it'll start to get easier and easier, and as you can see, I've already brought it all the way together. So, granted, I am a little bit more aggressive when it comes to break-ins and everything like that. I'll put it together and just run it in and out, in and out, in and out, so it's running along those surfaces and everything like that, so that it continues to wear the holster to the pistol versus just keeping the holster as is and hoping the pistol fits. You know, a lot of people talk about the daggers with any type of like hard plastic, hard-sided holsters and everything like that, and they're probably not the greatest option. However, still a 10 out of 10 for this pistol. I think it did great. My buddy came out, and I had, obviously got to spend some time with him, so he was able to just help me discover a little bit what was going on, and I was pulling a little bit, so it was definitely my fault. But anyways, until next time, thanks for watching the channel.